The courts are there to serve the public. We're not there to look pretty or to do whatever we want to do. We are there to serve the public. So who is the public? Not just the big corporations and the wealthy people and the governments who can always access the court, but the ordinary Canadians who have a dispute, be it about a relationship breakup, a contracting problem in their home, some consumer protection issue where they feel that they have not been fairly treated. They need to be able to go to the courts and get a response. That has been the traditional role of the courts for millennia, and I worry that if justice becomes too expensive, too delayed, if ordinary Canadians can't access justice, our justice system will change in a way that is not good. We will become an elitist justice system, and we will be failing in our mandate to provide justice for all Canadian women, men, and children.
When I started to practice law in 1980, sometimes you would find somebody representing himself or herself, but it was like an anecdote. And then at the end of the 90s, you could see more people representing themselves in civil matters, in family matters more particularly, but then in civil matters and in commercial matters. And then you would see that phenomenon before the Court of Appeal. And now you're seeing this phenomenon before the Supreme Court. There's a sign. There's a problem. Because and access to justice is a big problem with many, many reasons, you know. First, there's to be able to be represented by attorneys. So people don't have the money to retain services of a lawyer. There are the delays as well, and the difficulties for somebody to bring his or her case before the court. So I think that access to justice is a big problem, and I always believe that it's not a problem that could be solved by one entity or one person, whether it be the government or the judiciary or the bar. It must be resolved by everybody working together. And it's still a problem. But there were some improvements. I think that more and more people now, governments, the bar, judges for sure, are more sensitive to that issue. Because at the end of the day, if there is no access to justice, then it's the democracy which is in peril. And you see what happens in other countries of this world. They thought they had the rule of law, and suddenly it's the chaos because, you know, the line can be very thin between anarchy and the rule of law. So we have to make sure that people have access to justice.